With the release of Season 3, Episode 7 of The Mandalorian, so many of us were happy to finally see the Mandos arrive back on their homeworld of Mandalore. After all of this time, we get to see the two opposing groups of Mandalorians unite and find out what actually happened during Bo Katan's fall to Moff Gideon. But there was one detail that we all missed in one specific scene. This scene has huge biblical parallels and may be warning us about what is going to happen in the final episode of the show. Someone could be about to flip sides and change the fate of Mandalore forever. So hit that subscribe button and let's dive in. So there are two main biblical parallels made in this episode, one from the Old Testament and one from the New Testament, both extremely interesting. The first one is the title of the episode called The Spies. Given the fact that there were no spies explicitly shown in the episode, at least as far as we know, this is a clear reference to the Old Testament story of the 12 spies in the book of Numbers, and I'll demonstrate just why. In this story, Moses sends 12 chieftains, each the heads of the 12 tribes of Israel, into the land of Canaan for 40 days to scout out the lands for a place to settle. Not just any place to live though, but a return to where their ancestors Abraham, Isaac and Jacob lived in the past. I'm sure you can already tell, but this is the exact same situation that the Mandalorians are facing in the show. They are going back to the homeland of their ancestors to scout out whether it is suitable to live there or not. Not to mention, Mandalore also has tribes, just like the 12 tribes of Israel in the story. There also happens to be 12 people seated at the table where Bo Katan tells the story of how she lost the darksaber. Very, very interesting. Now, in the story of the 12 spies, when they reached the lands of Canaan, they didn't find fertile land with agriculture and villages, but instead found huge fortified cities and military installations, and giants roaming the lands. In the latest episode, this is also exactly what we see. Instead of giants, we see large monsters that pop out from beneath the ground and terrify the Mandalorians. On top of this, we see that Moff Gideon has his own military bases on Mandalore, almost like the militarized, fortified cities of the story. Seeing these horrors on the land terrified the 12 spies from the tribes and led them to flee, not believing that they could dare to reconquer their homeland and take it back. Upon their return, 10 of the tribe leaders reported that it would be utterly impossible to return to the land that God had promised, but 2 stood up believing that it was in fact possible. Having seen this lack of faith in him, God struck down the 10 doubters, leaving only 2 remaining. But the tribes of Israel were made to roam the desert for 40 years without a home. Very, very interesting. Does this mean that the Mandalorians will not be able to take Mandalore back in their current mission in the show? Many of the show's writers and actors are saying that we're setting up for a very, very sad ending. Maybe that's it. Maybe they fail in the grand mission that the whole series has been leading up to. Not to mention we have 2 Mandalorians who are the literal core of the show, Din and Grogu. Could they be the only 2 left standing at the end of the final episode, ready to lead the Mandalorians into a new era? That would certainly mean Bo Katan would have to die, but given all of the talk of an extremely sad ending, that may actually be true. Dave and John have literally just said that we'll be cheering and hurt by the finale. We may be hurt by the failure of the Mandalorians to retake the planet, but cheering that Din and Grogu managed to make it out alive. But after that, we get to the second theory, the New Testament connection, that being the Last Supper. Now, on top of representing the 12 tribes, the dinner scene with Bo Katan may also be a parallel to the Last Supper, where Jesus and the 12 disciples ate together for one final time. Of course, one of the most notable parts of this event is when Jesus predicts that one of them will betray him, of course being Judas. Now, of course, there's no way to really know which disciples were sitting where at the historical Last Supper that really happened, but the most famous depiction of the event by Leonardo da Vinci places Judas, the traitor, to the right of Jesus. If Jon Favreau was going for an intentional reference to this scene, this would likely be the painting that he went by. Who is sitting in that place in the episode? It's the Armorer. Someone who has long been speculated to be Rook Kast, a loyalist to Darth Maul during the Clone Wars, including a video I made a while back. If you want to check out that video, go to the description after this video, and I think it's a very compelling theory. If the Armorer, Rook Kast, is the spy, that would make a ton of sense, but it would also be kinda weird. The show has seemingly been trying to redeem her and make her more accepting of the other Mandalorians, but if she ends up being the spy, that would be a bit of a twist. And if we want to get really crazy and technical, Judas is actually 2 seats down from Jesus in the Da Vinci painting, and in that place in the show is actually Din Djarin. If this is foreshadowing that Din Djarin is the traitor, then that would break the internet, let me just tell you now. It would have to mean that Gideon has made Din some sort of sleeper agent that will be forced to turn on his own people and serve Gideon. An almost terrifying parallel to Order 66 and the clones. He is going in for a briefing in the finale of the series too, so maybe that is where we'll get the shocking info dump that Mando has been programmed since he was a kid to be a sleeper to serve Imperial Mandalorians. Let me know what you think about these theories in the comments down below. I think they're really interesting, and maybe some of them will come true. Maybe they will lead to something bigger. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Peace out.